Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. Hear that rooster sing, coffee's ready for a fling. Southern Fried has news for you. Updates on life's going on, and maybe a joke or two. Get up, pray up, and coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. We got laughs, we got prayer, celebrate our nation every day. Love our vets, love our land. It's the home of the free and the land of the brave. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. So come on in and have a blast, for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. And get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while.
Good morning, everybody out there at Southern Fried Podcast Land. I'm Rob, that's Dave, and we're here to start you off this morning. How you doing this morning, Dave?
Doing good. Got hot coffee and ready to roll. Some coffee that will eventually be ready to be shipped to fans and followers of the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread
All right.
Nation.
There we go. Oh,
Happy Monday, everybody. Get up, brace it, wrestle it down to the ground. Don't let it take hold of you. It's just a Monday. It can't hurt you unless you let it.
it can hurt you. I'm a firm believer that Mondays can hurt. Oh, I remember there's some pain involved in Mondays somewhere. I don't remember where. But I think we can survive this. We've been through enough of them, and you folks out there that haven't been, we got you. You got this. Rock and roll.
Broadcasting by the banks of the Southern Fried River, which flows gently through the state of Georgia by Studios A and B, emptying into parts unknown into Florida. And the river is fuller today because we had some massive storms come through. A lot of rain dumped. Not often you get to see rain go sideways, as they say.
Oh, yeah, we
80 mile an hour sustained gust on Saturday. 80 miles an hour. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. That's getting on up there toward hurricane force, isn't it?
It's right there.
Huh.
The sheer wind, a lot of power was out at one time in the area. I'm sure they've probably got all that restored by now, I hope.
Yeah.
It can take a while. A lot of trees down.
Oh,
They've got plenty of fire in California as the people are going crazy and leaders are encouraging them on. My MAGA minute today is calling on Karen Bass, who should have already resigned from office. She
yes.
needs to resign from office. Because at first she encouraged them on, and now is trying to make the statements that we want peaceful protest, not violence. That's not right. You encouraged this lady. You encouraged it. You encouraged the people to stand against the federal authorities. You said you won't help, and you are making horrible comments towards the administration. You are useless as a mayor. That's my soapbox this morning. This lady, Newsom, there's not you don't have to say anything about him, but he is what he is. But the mayor of LA needs to resign. And and the reason they went out ahead of is because they knew, I believe, message got to them. You're about to be arrested on federal charges. So now they're saying, arrest us, go ahead. I dare you, go ahead. They're trying to make an event out of it. They deserve to be arrested. They deserve to be arrested and prosecuted for incite to riot and the violation of the dereliction of their duties, and also the violation of law. Federal law.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. I can't do it. If I do that, I go to jail.
Yeah.
You have
That's exactly where they need to go.
That's where they need to go. Newsom, Karen Bass, Maxine Waters, who was out there trying to go into federal buildings and then talking to the National Guard, telling them, if you're going to shoot me, you shoot straight and all this stuff. These people are a problem, and they need to be arrested.
Be careful though. If I Steve's girlfriend like that, he might come on here and just throw us under a bus somewhere. No, that's not Steve's girlfriend. He's got better taste than that.
Listen, I get it. There's been times I've not been happy with the actions of the federal government, sure, but you cannot let people. I mean, these are not illegal operations. These are people that's here illegally. These are not citizens. No. They're calling them Angelinos. No, they're not. They're not citizens of our nation. The ones are trying to deport. And I would check these rebel rousers who are the leaders of the pack, who are, by the way, destroying cars and injuring police officers and attack. These people need to be pulled and checked for their citizenship. And if they're not, let's get them out of here, because they're just causing problems. This is going to turn into a really bad issue if something doesn't tap down pretty quick. Pete Hegseth says we got 500 Marines on standby. There's another 2,000 National Guardsmen ready to go. The city's in flames, and the leaders are not helping. In fact, they're encouraging violence while trying to say, oh, we're only for peaceful protest. No, you're not. You're loving every minute of it. And LA burns.
Yeah.
So they listed 3 areas that the National Guard, but at first they only had 300. Because they were probably more ready to get moved. So they sent some to Paramount, some to LA County, basically. But then the last place they mentioned was Compton. And I was thinking, man, you're going to need a whole lot more. If you're going to having troubles in Compton, California, you're going to need a whole lot more than even that 300 that you throwed out there. You need to get the others there as soon as possible. Not a good deal. Not a good deal. It could be a rough area.
Yeah. They're going to incite all this. The leaders are. They're going to incite all this. They're going to encourage it. And then they're going to beg for money from the federal government to rebuild it.
Yeah. Well, they're threatening not to pay their income tax that they're owed to the. Try that, Newsom. Just go ahead and try that. Just try that. Run your mouth. Go ahead. And to the lady, I don't know all the details. To the unfortunate that the baby got hit with tear gas, but why is the baby there? Why do you have a baby in a war zone like that? Come on, be a mom. Get the baby out of there.
Well, she was a caring mom. I guarantee you, he was looking for a reason to get out there and bitch and gripe, and anything would do, and didn't have a babysitter.
Our duties as parents are to defend our children to the death if need be. Instead, she takes hers into a zone where anything can happen. They could tear gas, rubber bullets, gas canisters, all bricks being thrown, fires are being set, explosions could happen, and you take your baby there. You don't deserve to. You don't deserve to have a baby. I mean, my God. Anyway, it's Cali burning this morning, not California. Cali burning, at least in one part.
There were also
troops.
Were there also some riots in New York as well?
There may have been. I don't know for sure. I was watching more what was going on there because it was escalating very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, cars burning to the ground. That's just horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Nobody wants to see this happen in America. If you do, there's something wrong.
Yeah, it was Lower Manhattan. NYPD arrested at least 9 protesters Saturday following a standoff at Lower Manhattan between law enforcement and a crowd of demonstrators looking to stop ongoing immigration raids conducted by ICE. A group of demonstrators, roughly 100 in size, amassed outside Federal Plaza. At one point, a few people in the crowd tried to stop a white van from exiting the area. So this was a lot smaller in scale. But still, you got the same junk going on in New York as you do in LA. This is just people trying to stop the federal government from doing their job, which is to get the illegals out of here. You know? What makes it so important? What about these illegals is so important for these people to go out and riot and everything else for them? Why is this all of a sudden a line in the sand? Is it just a way to speak out against Trump?
That's part of it. That's not all of it. They want these people to be made citizens, to not be removed. They want a path to citizenship where they stay, not where they go.
No, absolutely not. The people that come here legally and go through the right steps, what a slap in the face to them. Oh my gosh, no.
Estimates are as many as 15 million people are here illegally in this nation. Not removing 15 million, that's not going to happen. So some of these will be, but the criminals, the ones that are breaking the law, that's that they're going after the worst of the worst. There'll be some others gathered up, sure, from certain countries and stuff, but there's no way they'll remove 14, 15 million or even 5 million. But I could see 1 million, maybe 2, depending on how, because it takes a while.
Yeah.
But getting these people that are committing crimes, sitting in our jails, just continual drag on the system. These people got to go.
Yeah.
Now there'll be other people caught up, sure, but again, you broke the law.
Yeah. And if they would give them up at the police station instead of making ICE go after them, when ICE has to go after them, if there's anybody else there that's undocumented, they get hauled off to jail too. So by quote unquote helping them, they're hurting them. It's silly.
And before they jump on President Trump about the whole citizenship aspect, this has traveled through Bill Clinton and Hillary, who spoke against these people coming here illegally being made citizens back in the day. There's interviews out there. The Bushes never did anything about it. The Obamas never did anything about it.
No.
Joe never did anything about it. And they'll try to make President Trump look bad, like he's the bad guy. They never made these people. They never tried to. They made comments. They never pushed for the Dreamers. Really, they never really did anything with it. It's stayed a mess. It's just gotten worse. And you have a president who's dealing with it, so they're trying to make him out to be a dictator, a Nazi, unhuman, police state. All these comments are going to come out.
Yeah.
And these
Well,
local leaders are turning the citizens into vigilantes to stand against the federal authorities. So they're putting the federals people in harm's way who have to come in and gather these people up. They've got a job to do. They're doing their duty. These people are attacking them. They're blocking the roads. They're they're throwing bricks and things at their vehicles. One guy got run over because he jumped right in front of a federal van that was he tried to go around him. The guy just kept jumping away. He finally got run over.
yeah.
You know, like you're going to stop them. They're shutting down the normal operations of a city, businesses, the interstate. You can't allow this to happen.
No. Well, you were talking a while back about Donald Trump. Here they're going to fix the blame on him, but nobody's done nothing for ever dealing with this kind of stuff. The same thing's going to happen with the tariffs. Everybody's known this was an issue. They ignored it. Now Trump's doing something about it. It's an issue. How many politicians and federal government have run on the thing that they were going to cut federal spending? Nobody did anything. Trump threw Doge out there. Everybody was against that. And now, Trump's trying to clean these illegals up out of the country with the help of some good people like Tom Homan and get these people out that should be out. And everybody wants to stand against that. It's Trump presidency 2.0, same old, same old.
Well, and not the people on the street, because they honestly don't care or even think about it. They're just the agitators in the middle of this. But on a political level, they're also paving the way for the midterms. This is all about to paint up the Republicans and the president to make them look as bad as they can at the midterms to try to swing these votes and gain back control of one or both of the sides of Congress, and probably some governor position. They're going to try to make the midterms their victory to stand against the president to try to stop him from getting anything done. That's all this is what it's geared to do.
Yeah.
They don't care about these people anyway. Look at the conditions that they have them living in. Look at the conditions of the city. Look at LA. Look at they've already had the fires there. Look at the homelessness. They don't care about these people, but they will pretend like they're number one, they're fans out there for them. They're just users, and they will use the situation from a political way. Now, on the ground, sure, there's going to be situations because people have committed acts illegally for years. And there's going to be those who are going to be deported, and they've got kids. And you're going to hear every sob story out there, and they're going to talk about kids that are doing good in school. They're going to talk about kids that they've already talked about one kid that has cancer that was deported. So all these things are going to try to pull out. But again, no president has taken and really done anything with this. Everybody's proposed plans. They knew it was bad. Joe Biden's administration just made it really bad by opening up the border like he did to the levels that he did. And now it's become a problem, but nobody wants to admit the problem. And they just want these people to be made, citizens.
Yeah.
And no matter what the drain is on the system, no matter what problems that causes, they're protecting criminals. They protect the criminals in the sanctuary cities.
And if you're going to make these people citizens, do away with the immigration laws. Just do away with them. All right, just do, the path that we already have and have had for years and years, the citizenship, just flip it, do away with it. If you get here, you survive the trip, you get to be a citizen. It's stupid. Is anybody? No.
No country has just an open border. Where they've allowed it, like in Europe, those nations are in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
When they opened up their borders and did that, it has caused a lot of problems in France, Germany, and Britain, and others. Those are the big three, but there are other nations that are suffering the same problem. And listen, there are people that are celebrating this because they want to see the destruction of America. They're cheering it on. They want these people to burn and because they hate this country, and they live here.
Yeah.
They live here.
But they're the, but isn't the Democrat Party supposed to be the party of law now?
Well, they will portray themselves as the big term you're hearing right now is the Constitution has been mentioned this weekend. Follow the Constitution. That we care about you. We're here for you. You're part of us. You're Angelinos, which means basically, there's no difference, no matter what your citizenship status is. You're an Angelino, and we're going to protect you and take care of you. And we have a dictator who defended J6ers, but yet calls this an insurrection. But that's all the imagery that's coming out this weekend. And by the way, the social medias, every time there's something that amps up, and I've been watching it, the algorithms change. And I'm going to say, Elon, you need to get your act together because it's happening on X as well. And I'm getting inundated with liberal messaging from everybody from Newsom to Elizabeth. I don't follow these people, but all of a sudden my feed is filled with Newsom, Elizabeth Warren, Maxine Waters, and the list goes on and on. All sorts of liberal media that is just painting the president up as horrible and evil and whatever. This is obviously a switch that has happened in the last 36 hours. I don't never see these people. I don't follow them. If I want to go see what they say, I go look. But it's rare that I do that because I really don't. There's nothing they say that I want to hear. But
Right.
they flip. Not every one of them does it, but there are a number of them. It's happening on Facebook. Let's be honest. It's happening on Facebook. It's happening on several of them. They flip the algorithm. They really pump these messages into the people right to their phone. Hey, bad. President Trump, bad. We're good. That's the messaging.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've been hollering about this old state TV and state news service for a long time. This isn't new. It's not but yeah, just flip flopping around and inundating people with the counterpoint. It's a bunch of hogwash.
Sadly, they would never say it because they know they would go to jail. But sadly, they want this to explode into where there's carnage on the streets.
Yeah.
They want that. They're
they want
itching
people to die.
They
want
do.
people to die because
They
it makes
do.
a bigger story. It makes a bigger story.
They're sitting around just waiting every second, hoping that happens.
Yeah. And this is the people that we trust to bring us news and lead us. I mean, come on. How do you trust that? And to make my point about the whole liberal TV thing and the state TV thing, the guy, Bill, what's his name, that got fired from 60 Minutes. Scott Paley was on CNN talking about the guy that got fired, the head guy or whatever. I can't remember what his name was. They said his decision to resign may not have been much of a decision for him because he was always the first person to defend the independence of 60 Minutes. Bill didn't work for Paramount. Bill worked for our viewers, and he felt very keenly about that. So he worked for their viewers, not for the news, not for what was right, not for what was true, but for the viewers. Now, come on. If you're going to work for the viewers, work for the viewers. But, dadgum, don't try to pass yourself off as a legitimate news source. You're out there just peddling the views that your viewers want to see and hear, not the truth. And that's two way different things.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. That's just crazy.
That's the world we live in right now. Unfortunately.
Oh.
But it's going to be okay. The Southern Fried Podcast is here to help you navigate, to lift you up, to let you know it's going to be okay.
It's all right. We are going to do it.
Hey, birthdays today. Johnny Depp, 61 years old.
Oh,
Natalie Portman, 43. Michael J. Fox. Boy, it makes me feel old right here. 63 years old
wow.
today. Wow. I really like, he had so many things that I liked that he did throughout his career as an actor. From the movies to some of the shows. A really fine actor. I really like him. But happy birthday to those folks. And anybody whose birthday is today, we thank you for your viewing and happy birthday. If today happens to be your birthday.
Happy birthday to everybody. Great old big Southern Fried salute. Y'all get out there. I'm sorry your birthday's on Monday, but you get on out there and celebrate it anyway. Don't you let that be a blessing to those around.
Yeah, don't let nobody rain on your birthday. Mate.
Oh,
and a shout out this morning to French Lick, Indiana, 1,700 people strong. French Lick, Indiana.
That should be in Canada. Yeah, we salute you, but you should be in Canada with a name like that.
French Lick.
French Lick. French Lick. French Lick. Continuing on with some sports news for you here. Coco Gauff, however you say her name, became the first American in a decade to lift the trophy after the women's singles final at Roland Garros. So it's tennis. She defeated the number one in the world in 3 sets to win the French Open. So I congratulate her.
Yes, I enjoyed the race yesterday. Michigan, what a great race. Denny Hamlin comes back late to win. He is a player for the championship. My co-host, one of them, Dean, has been on that bandwagon all year, and he's making me a believer for it. The Southern Fried Racing Hour will be Tuesday night at 6. We'll talk about all the goings on. A lot of great racing. Wow. It came down to fuel, and a couple of the leaders just couldn't make it on fuel, and Hamlin had just enough. And he had a strong race car too. So it was a great race. Had everything you'd want. Had a few crashes. Had some controversy, People mad at each other. It's eating up. I enjoyed it though. We'll talk about all that. And we missed our sports show due to my work late. And so we're going to do that. I think that's Friday at 6. We'll pick up the sports show with Dean and James in the house. So looking forward to that. Braves are melting. The Braves are melting down. I tell you, folks, if you you don't have to even watch the game, but if you are a football fan at all, and you are not watching Gruden's videos where he opens up the boxes that are being sent him from the various colleges and professional teams and baseball and golf, that's must-see TV. He is so funny. I hope he gets back out on the I hope he gets to coach again. But he's a funny guy. Wow, he's funny. Just watching him open the box is eventful enough. Everybody's afraid he's going to cut himself. He's got knives out. And he cuts the wrong way. He's stabbing at it, and everybody. And he even says himself, "I better watch here. I'm going to cut myself." Box cutters. He doesn't know how to cut a box safely. I'll say that. Once he gets the box open, then it's cool.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He had a golf club that he was getting to go for the first time and play on, the Pelican Club. And they sent him a whole box full of stuff. Even had the beer stein with the fancy cup holders, like a wooden thing, for the beer stein to sit in. This guy, he'll tell what all that costs. He just gets it shipped to him because they want that. I mean, he's promoting it. He's like, Check this out. How great is this? This guy, I know he gives a lot of it away to his fellow. He's got people that work with him in his quarterback camp and on his show and everything. But he's made mistakes in his life, but heck, we all have. And I'd like to see him get a chance to coach again. And he's a funny guy.
Yes, he is.
He's a big fan of the Tennessee Vols. He coached there and met his wife there. She was a cheerleader, so he don't have any problem with Rocky Top. That's your favorite song, right?
No.
Oh, that's what you could do to torment Steve. Send him something that every time it motion sensor, it plays the Rocky Top.
He wouldn't put it up.
Well, just don't tell him that's what it does.
Well, he figured it out pretty quick when he goes to take it out of the box and start singing Rocky Top.
No, you have it timed out. Have it some way you can remotely do it. So at 3:00 in the morning, some signal goes off, and all of a sudden Rocky Top is playing, and he's like, "What's that?" And then by the time he gets in there, you've shut it off. And he can't figure out where it's coming from. You could drive a person crazy like that.
Oh yeah.
Just play like 20 seconds, enough time for somebody to get out of their sleep, come stomping through the house, and it's like, wait a minute, where did that come from? That would be hilarious.
I'm gonna finish my Coco Golf story. The woman that won the French Open, the first American. She said after she won, she said it means a lot. Obviously, there's a lot going on in our country right now. Just to be a representative of that and a representative of people who look like me in America, who maybe don't feel as supported during this time period, being that reflection of hope and light for those people. Oh my gosh. You can't just be an American. You've got to separate yourself. And this is, when they say people that look like me, that is just putting a separation and a border up between you and the rest of the people that don't look like you. That's a racist comment. What do you think? Is it a racist comment or not? For those people that look like me. Oh.
I'd have to read that in context again. I'm not sure. I mean, I get people identify with. I get it, especially when you're talking about if people have suffered racism or something. I like for us all to be unified, but it is said by many.
Yeah, this woman here was the first American in years to win the French Open. Okay. And made an outstanding, had a great performance, beat the world's #1 player. And instead of using that as a platform, she could have said, "Hey, thank y'all. Thank you for the support." Instead, she made it political. And there are people that look like me. I remember after the election and everything, it felt like a down period for a little bit. My mom told me, try to win the tournament just to give the people something to smile for. And that's what I was thinking about today. We had plenty to smile for. We were smiling and happy for you. We still are. I'm glad you accomplished that, but my goodness. Quit dividing us. We'll get some coffee and I'll be.
We live in a world where everybody they want, and it's sports figures. I was covering this last night. It's not only sports figures, it's people want that. They want to be famous for making change, and they yearn for it. So we live in a society today where people want that 15 minutes of fame to be recognized for 100 years from now. They made a difference. They look back and they see those people who lived, did things, and there's a lot. I mean, LeBron James, he constantly is firing off about stuff. He so wants to be a voice for those things. So I think it feeds into it. Sports figures are more and more in kind of leaning that way. So
What
they
makes
grow
them
up.
an expert to speak out on it? Because they're good in a sport. It just makes them people know them, and they just use that as a platform. They ain't got nothing to speak about. I mean, they have not. I'm not. Well, they may have something to speak about, but you know, come on. Just because you're good at basketball don't mean that you understand politics. Just because you're good at tennis doesn't mean that you're good at politics. Because you can play football doesn't make you good at figuring out world politics. And it just doesn't. It doesn't translate to me anyway. That's just an opinion. It'll be an opinion piece somewhere. So
Hey, folks, Dave in the AM here for the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. Hey, we appreciate your support of the Southern Fried and all that it does. As you know, we recently partnered with Patriot Mobile. We could not be more excited to be a part of any affiliate. We love all our affiliates. Patriot Mobile is a cut above. They're so awesome and love America. And I tell you what, they've got some special recognition coming that we want to honor and give you, again, the information that you need to make the switch that will help yourself, help America, help a great company, and you help the Southern Fried. As Patriot Mobile, who loves the country, as we all honor D-Day, we remember the extraordinary bravery of the American heroes who landed on Normandy's beaches to secure the freedoms that we enjoy today. Their courage echoes in the service of our military, veterans, and first responders. Patriot Mobile is proud to stand with those who protect our freedom. As America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, we not only offer reliable nationwide coverage on all three major networks, but we also support veterans by donating a portion of every customer's bill to organizations like Folds of Honor, Tunnel to Towers, Soldier Strong, Carry the Load, Warrior Rising, and more. Switching is easy with our 100% U.S.-based customer service team. You can keep your phone, keep your number, or upgrade, and get connected right from the comfort of your own home. Every call you make supports those who have given so much for our country. Make the switch today. Use that promo code Cornbread, and you will be glad you did. You'll be supporting, again, a great American company. You'll be supporting the Southern Fried, and yes, our heroes. God bless the American soldier. God bless America. And yes, God bless you. Thank you so much. And we're back. Again, happy Monday. Hope you have a great day out there if you got to go to work or whatever it is you're doing today. It's a lot hotter right now. That's for sure. The humidity is really kicking up, and it is brutal in some cases. Definitely want air conditioning right now. It is absolutely horrible, and we're just entering into that time frame. July and August are just around the corner. Wow. So take precautions. Look on the elderly. Make sure they got a fan or something, because this time of year is rough. Feel for those that have to work in the hot manufacturing facilities. It is brutal right now. Got to do the buddy system, check on each other, make sure they have fluids, not getting too hot. Every year we have folks that they don't really realize they're being dehydrated like they are, and they push too hard. Don't forget, folks, tonight, as Mama said, 8 bells Eastern Standard Time, our long-running Monday show. I don't believe we'll have Miss Elizabeth. I think she's on the cruise, but I don't know for sure. I don't remember the time frame.
we're going to send her a link anyway.
But the coffee is good this morning.
Yes. Yes. It is time for some more coffee, too. I got some. So those of you who hadn't filled up yet, get in there and fill up your coffee cup. Get back in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't like the heat, man. The humidity.
Mm-mm. No, it's
I
miserable.
kind of dread this time of year. It's hard on systems. It's hard on your coolant system in your car. You got to really take care of that, the health of your coolant system.
It's also harder on the coolant system of your podcasters as well. The other day it was 89 degrees outside here, which is not terrible here in South Georgia. 89 degrees is not terrible. But with the heat index from the humidity, it was 104.
That's
Oh,
rough.
that's
That's very rough.
15-degree increase in what it feels like. And this morning it's just as humid as it can be. And we do have some rain coming, I do believe. Lord, oh, I hope so. But it won't last all day. It'll last for a little while, then it'll just be humid as snot for the rest of the day. Ugh. Now, I'm not going to complain though, because we need the rain. You know. Absolutely need it.
The Freedom Ship, that's what they want to call it, headed to Gaza has been stopped.
Yeah.
Greta Thunberg, you don't get to go in.
Here's another funny part to this. I was looking at this morning. Israeli forces detain climate activist and Game of Thrones actor carrying less than a truckload of aid. So they didn't have hardly anything anyway, but they had a whole flotilla going over there. They confirmed that it detained Madeline, which was along with its passengers, and diverted the vessel to Israel. It was carrying Greta Thunberg and all those. And what was it that it said? They actually made them watch footage from October the 7th. Said that the passengers were safe and unharmed and had been provided with sandwiches and water, and the show is over, is what the ministry said. What we ought to be doing something like that over in LA. Go through and arrest all the protesters, and let's clean it up, and let's say the show is over.
Show is over.
It's
more like a circus.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that these things rule the airwaves. So many good things going on.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Says the tiny amount of aid that was on the yacht and not consumed by the celebrities will be transferred to Gaza through real humanitarian channels. Oh, so they were eating and having a big time on the stuff that they were supposed to be bringing to help somebody else. Wow, that's classy. Oh, we're going to take some aid to these poor people over here. Let's eat it all up before we get there. Oh my gosh.
Well, and this happens a lot. When they were all concerned with the people in Haiti. Suppose we raised all that money for supplies and help and whatever else. Where's the money today? And where's those people now as Haiti is still descending into chaos?
Yeah.
Where are they at today?
Yeah.
These people are fake, man. They're absolutely fake. It's just a way, again, to make themselves relevant in the news, and they want that, they want that attention. They want to be uh, like anti-establishment, like anti-America. I mean, it's obvious they can't stand our country because they're always bashing America, which has made them rich.
Yeah.
Beyond their wildest dreams, and yet they go look for causes that usually put the United States in a bad light.
Yeah. You know, they want to step on the back of the country that made them what they are. You know, but
They sure do like the benefits of being an American, but they say they hate America. So
yeah,
we're evil.
Mm.
But for such an evil place, everybody sure wants to come here.
Absolutely. Well, on a little lighter note, we have our second festival that we're going to be attending that is rapidly approaching. Let's put that up there for the Boag Festival over at Camilla. Sowega Ag Festival. I'm sorry. Sowega Ag Festival, Ag Fest Parade will be Saturday on July the 12th. It'll kick off about 2 weeks worth of events. You know, uh, the main festival will be on Saturday, July the 19th, which is the week after that. We are going to be there, both of us. So if you want to meet Dave and Rob, y'all come on out. We'll be happy. We'll be happy to see you there. And the week before that, they're going to have a bake-off, a baking competition, making layer cakes, candies, all kinds of desserts and stuff. And I'm sure that will be awesome. And they're going to wind it up on the 26th with the beauty pageant. So, all this will be fun. They're supposed to have they're going to have a chicken cook-off, all kinds of barbecue, junior, senior division on the bake-off. Should be lots of folks there to have a good time with. So we are definitely looking forward to that. You know how they talk us into doing what in July in South Georgia? We're going to be inside in the air conditioning. Yes, sir.
Amen.
Nice of them. So we want to give them some support. If you're down here in this area here in South Georgia, anywhere around, come on out. That is Camilla. So let's do it.
Summer is coming in view very quickly. Very quickly.
Yes. So it's here, dude. It's hot and miserable. We got 2, 3 more months of this.
Mosquitoes are out. Gnats are out.
I know the gnats are darn sure out. I hadn't seen gnats this bad down here in a long time, dude. They are horrible. I mean, I can't walk 10, 15 feet outside without trying to fly through my ears, or up your nose. And I've been wearing my head sock, everywhere. You sure we can't send about half of these gnats we have down here up there to you?
I don't think they would like it here.
Why not?
Not the same environment.
Well, it will give us some relief. Oh, heck, you'd be calling them illegal immigrants and trying to get Tom Holman out there to detain them. If we were talking about gnats shifting up there, they'd be all for getting rid of them. But they want to keep the illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
I so good. Yeah. Yes. These guys are not going to grow up. I think he heard you. Steve said, anything that just wakes me up at 3 a.m. is getting swatted off the wall from 10 feet away with double op buck. What if someone knocks on your door, sir? And wakes you up at 3 a.m.
We could send him a sing-agram with a clown.
Oh my gosh, could you see that if we had the same thing opens up goes, Candygram for Steve. Candygram for Steve. So Candygram for Mongo. Oh, Mongo.
We have a question on Rumble Studio coming up.
All right.
From Ernest Dempsey.
I say yes. I
think if it's progressing that way, where probably we'll have to arrest of leaders because they're not helping to. They're the problem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, not 3 a.m., Steve. Not 3 a.m. Oh God. That's TMI, bro.
Dude, I've heard of a Saturday night special, but dadgum.
Yes, Ernest. There's still time to tap this down. There's still time. If we could, I think through the back channels, you tell these people, you keep begging to be arrested. We're going to arrest you if you don't help. And I think that message just got out there because they started changing their Mayor Karen Bass started saying, well, I'm not for violence. I mean, we're not for burning things down. We're for protest, peaceful protest. You could tell somebody got in their ear hole and said, you better stop. You're basically calling for the full-on burning of your city and going against the federal government. So you can be arrested because they started talking about it. But if they don't listen, if they don't help, and it starts getting worse and it becomes a rolling war zone, you got to do something.
Yeah.
And you have to do it. You have to do it and let them cry. I don't care. And I say my favorite place to sit them is where? Gitmo. Hotel Gitmo. Let them sit in Gitmo for a little while. That's where we send insurrectionists. Where accommodations, we leave the light on for you.
Yeah. And we'll leave the light on for you. Apparently, the FBI is searching. Assaulted a federal officer during anti-ICE raids in Los Angeles, and they're offering a reward of up to $50,000 for any information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the suspect. Good.
Well, I say no matter how long it takes, no matter how long we have to investigate, no matter how many videos we have to sift through, we need to find the people that are committing the violence and arrest them.
Yeah.
We'll pull them out of their parents' basement kicking and screaming with their blue and purple hair, and we'll take them in on the perp walk. And I said this last night. I believe that these people that are the ones leading these movements, they need to be hit with federal charges so stiff that that when they do get out, they will think twice about ever doing it again, or the people that's following along behind them. This arrests these people and they're released by that night or the next morning with some simple charges. No, that game is over.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to burn your city down, you're going to be committing violence against local, state, and federal authorities. Your butt goes to jail for a heck of a long time.
Yeah.
We'll throw some federal charges on you, that will sit you down for a long time. You're not going to be back out blocking the interstate. You're not going to be back out delivering bricks to all your fellow protesters or throwing Molotov cocktails in police cars. You're going to be sitting in a jail eating 3 nasty meals a day.
All right. You know, we've often said on here, you've probably heard it before. If you want to know what they're trying to do, look what they're accusing others of doing. All right. This is Gavin Newsom's own words, and I got this from X, but it's Gavin Newsom's own words. Trump is trying to manufacture a crisis in LA County, deploying troops not for order, but to create chaos. That's what he wrote on X. Don't take the bait. Never use violence or harm law enforcement. And they're out there rioting and burning and throwing rocks at people and stuff. President Trump is escalating the situation by threatening to deploy roughly 500 active duty Marines to the streets of Los Angeles, he said in another post. Los Angeles, remain peaceful. Do not fall into the trap that extremists are hoping for. Yes, stay peaceful. Don't fall into the trap that your Democratic leaders are hoping for. They want you to go out there. They want some of you to get shot and killed. So it'll make them a story. Don't make them a story. My goodness. Ugh.
Or become the story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if that's what they want to become, I mean, at some point, you cause enough violence towards the authorities, at some point, they shoot back.
Yeah. And has anyone ever been named better than the Democrat mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass? Karen, you're a Karen. You don't care about the people. You're caring about yourself.
Well, this is the same mayor that was out of town, out of the country, when the fires were raging.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's the same one.
Ernest asked, well, if the Insurrection Act is invoked, it will be countrywide, right? I don't know the rules on that. If you're going to invoke it, you could probably make that nationwide because they have issues in other places, and yeah, it would open the door to some things. So probably would be. I would suspect, Ernest. I really would suspect they would probably do that.
Yeah.
We said it was going to be a bumpy ride leading up to the midterms.
Here it comes.
Even the president said it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Uh-huh.
The Democrats are always ready to create the bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And what you said earlier about them not caring about the people, that's absolutely right. They
So,
do
yeah.
not care about their people.
So Ernest says, yeah, it could be a great opportunity to cleanse the swamp. Well, yeah.
It could be. It could be. So
The people that are violating the Constitution of the United States of America.
yeah, I mean, that would be pretty awesome. You know, I just, you know, these knuckleheads over there in California that are pushing for this and pushing the people to get out there and riot. They holler, oh, but we don't mean violence. We want you to go out there and stand against, but don't do it violently.
What's that song they sing when they kick you out of the ball game? Bye.
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, goodbye. I mean,
Well, yes, Ernest, this could be possibly used. You know, could be.
Yeah,
Could be.
that would be awesome.
Well, how can judges overrule the commander in chief? This has been my question. How can you do that? How does they have that power to do that? A local judge sitting in a federal seat somewhere are overruling the president of the United States on a lot of stuff. How's that possible? Judges are ruling the nation. Are the judges the commander in chief now?
No.
Because that seems like that's what we've got happening.
And
Oh,
see,
yeah.
if a conservative judge overrode a Democrat president, or overrode, there were several times where Joe Biden got overrode by conservative judges or the Supreme Court, and they start screaming about their being kicked out or being packing the court or doing whatever. They were screaming and hollering about all this, that it needed to be done, needed to be done every time that happened to them. But now when it happens to us, it's supposed to be okay. No. Rules for me.
Yeah, Ernest, I think probably that there is a hesitancy to do that because of it'd be even rockier, but at some point you could do that. I think it's called habeas corpus. Thank y'all for coming in here. Yeah. Sigmund was a fraud. Love the name. Who also says the judges need to be removed via the way Andrew Jackson did when judges were installed prior to override and antagonize the Jackson administration, then pack the court with conservative judges. Which is what the Dems said they were going to do, just pack it with, 12 judges, liberal, and, But, yeah, we've got judges out of control. Stopping. Think about it. They're stopping the president of the United States from getting illegal people out of our nation.
Yeah.
At what point do we not do something like that?
Not just illegal aliens out of our country, but the worst of the illegal aliens that are already criminal. They're all criminals because they're here illegally. Okay, they didn't bring the right path in. So not only is, but that's not all. That's not what we're necessarily going for. We're going for the worst of the illegal aliens, the worst of the criminals.
Yes. Fire with justified fire, Sigmund was a fraud said. Yes. Well, and that's what Trump said going in, right? What did he say? I go back to it. And the Democrats picked up on it. I am your retribution. I am. Yeah. That's what he said. Basically, what has happened to us is going to be turned around. But we got weak-kneed Bongino and Patel up there, and they're not getting the job done. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep calling it out until something happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And come on, Pam Bondi. There's a few people that need a little bit of grading right now on their job performance because the president's up here, being beaten up and stopped at every turn. Where's the perp walks? It just drives me batty. We got people we know have broken the law against the country. Why are these people not in handcuffs? It just baffles me.
I want to see Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass and all them people in handcuffs. I mean, because, let's face it, they are the ones that caused this. They promoted it. That really is an insurrection. Really. We need to do
it. And we do have to ask ourselves, because it's been brought up, it's not conspiracy. My gosh.
Sure.
The lands that burned in Hawaii, what's ever happened to those lands? They're still burned. These people have not gotten their property. They've not been allowed in. They can't do nothing with it. The government's taking that land. They're taking it. What the heck is going on? California fires.
Yeah.
What? We got some places in the United States where people have just went rogue. I mean, they're just doing what they want to do.
Yeah. They're going to seize that land in California. You watch and see. They've got something set up for it. They'll seize it too. They're going to take it. They've made it to where that nobody can get permits and everything else. It's so hard to rebuild. How many homes have been rebuilt in California since that fire? I wonder if we can get a number.
I don't know. I really don't know, but we haven't heard about any mass building going on. But yeah, it's a land grab, and they're using EPA regulations and stuff. Come on, you can EPA the public to death. They can't fight against it. It's a government entity. They don't answer to nobody. You can just make it. You can make it fit however you want it to keep people from doing what they want to do on their land or need to do. And isn't that what they've done forever? Stop you from doing what you want to do on your land.
Yes.
Pathetic.
Out of, and this is from the AP, so I don't know. Okay. But this says this was from, oh, that's old. Old. I don't want to put the wrong thing out there.
Yes, Gavin Newsom. Thank you, Broski. God bless you this morning.
Yeah, Broski, we're going to say your name right.
A great American.
Yes.
From North Carolina, transplanted to North Carolina. Getting it done. Yes, Ernest, audit that money. There's never any paper trail. It's like all the little deputy over there in Ukraine. We need more money. We need more money.
Need more money. Yes.
Help us. We punched Russia in the nose again, and they're making us pay. They're bombing our cities. We will strike them again. Please help. I can't stand that guy. I don't care. I hate what's happening to the Ukrainian people. I can't stand that guy. That's the guy I want to see in cuffs. Zelensky.
Yeah. Do they make them that small a size?
We probably have to get the plastic ones. You can pull tight.
Oh, that'd be good enough for him. Oh, just some plastic handcuffs. You know, he's a little feller.
Oh, the way he swings his hips, he would probably enjoy it.
Well, I was going to say you could handcuff him into his baby carrier, but you know, his car seat.
You reckon he's got a pacifier at night?
Oh yeah. Probably has one for each end.
What a disgusting thought.
I don't know where that came from.
Steve, the mental images you have started on this program this morning. Thank you not. Oh.
I could see it now. I could see Zelensky now. I lost my baby.
Yes, Ernest, I've heard that too, that he y'all are killing me over on Rumble. Y'all are killing me.
It better not turn him on.
Oh man, he just reminds me of that little chicken. You know what I mean? Like, look, we bombed some planes. Their cities are being attacked. I mean, like Russia is just lighting them up, and then he'll raise his head up and go, "Okay, put Plan 74C into plan. Watch this, folks. We're gonna hit a bridge somewhere. Yeah, look at what we did. Oh, bombs are coming, drones by the hundreds.
Yeah,
our cities are on fire. You idiot! You are wiping out Ukraine.
Yeah,
just
you're wiping out your own people. Just stop it. You have the ability. No. Yeah, you have the ability to stop this war. Just stop it. But you don't have the desire to. You have the desire to remain on the world political spectrum. So everybody can be like, oh, it's going to be okay. Oh, poor Zelensky. Oh, look at what a great man he is. And he's let all that go to his head.
What are we going to have? At the Olympics, are going to have the different dais there. Zelensky walks up and gets the gold medal for destroying a country. And on either side of him is Karen Bass, the mayor, and Newsom for destruction of a city in California. Yes, we did it. We destroyed our lands.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you idiots.
Because that seems like that's what they're going for.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, they're doing it.
The one putting the ribbons over their neck, the medals would be, oh God, what was the guy that ran with Kamala? Walls. You know, he the one that said, "Oh, we love the smell, the city burning." I'm paraphrasing. That's basically what they said.
Yeah, you know, he can hang it around Zelensky's neck if he can bend over that far. You know. Maybe they'll get a box for him to stand on. Someone can set him on top of a box and get him up high enough. So he can hang it over.
Zelensky's old videos from his entertainment days. Wow.
Yeah. Tampon.
Let's just say that most men don't move that way.
Well, we have Tampon Tim and Pacifier Zelensky.
A match made in heaven.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
The Bro Club.
The Broke Club. The Brokeback Mountain Club. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to get bad. Steve, this is your fault. I blame you because of the mental images you put in our head earlier today. Blame you, Steve.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got to go to work.
All right, Dave.
I don't want to, but I need to. I need to go to work.
Oh, here you go. Ernst has a good one. Says Lindsey Graham will be very proud.
Oh, he's in that club.
Oh, yeah.
He was just giddy about watching the planes be hit.
Oh, yeah.
Hit another one, Zelensky. Hit another one. This is so much fun. We're going to be at war with Russia, with America soon.
Yeah.
South Carolinians stand with you. No, they don't.
No, they
you
don't.
Idiot. How does that guy keep getting elected?
Same way Bernie Sanders does.
Good grief.
AOC. Yeah. All right. Well, you get to work. Y'all have a great day. Yay. Salute to y'all. Go out there, get this Monday over with. Get through it. You got this. You can make it. You can do it. And tonight we've got some other stories to cover, and we will see y'all tonight on Mama Said. Who buys that gross Crisco? Sigma, stop. Oh, Lord. Crisco, do you proud every time? Don't you be calling that gross. Do you proud every time? Don't believe me. Ask about Zelensky and the unseen pacifier. All right, y'all have a great day. Salute. Dave, you got anything before we hit the trail?
Nope. Have a great day. See you tonight.
All right, guys. Y'all behave. We'll see you then.
So come on in and have a blast for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up